Indeed. Pinky, 301 to 341. Nicely done. Yeah, there's a lot of people dumping TikTok. I saw a lot of comments about that. The new TikTok. I can tell you from my own personal experience that Tik. I don't know if it's always been low, but I've just noticed it getting even lower. Um, when people leave gifts, they're really stealing people's money. It's it's getting out of hand. EVTV now up 8%. It's up to 250 now. 251 and a half. 252. Yeah, I don't know if they're taking 60%, but I do know for a fact that I have people who have, in a gesture of appreciation for throwing a runner out to them on TikTok, that they've donated anywhere from $10 to $15 in gifts. You know, the hats and all the things that you can do for gifts on TikTok Live. I've had people tell me, hey, I did like $15 worth of stuff today on that. And when I get done with the live stream and I look at my total, I get like 40 cents. Anywhere from 8 cents to 40 cents. And I think that's criminal because people want to show their appreciation for something to somebody on TikTok. They're trying to do that for that person, not for TikTok. And TikTok's taking the vast majority of all the money. And the money's never getting to the TikTok person. And so I've just kind of had enough of them. I think that's pretty bad, when somebody can say, "Hey, I appreciate what you're doing. Here's $15 and I get 40 cents of it." That's not right. KMT. Oh, let's look at Mobex. MOBX. Now that just went into the red. EVTV is now up to 258, by the way. Excuse me. KMT says they surpassed their quarter two earnings and revenue estimates. It's a $40 stock, but there's no volume on it. EVTV is now up to 262. Good morning. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of TikTok.
Caesars primarily has destroyed.
I used to be, obviously, but it seems like anymore they're just taking people's money. EVTV 269. Jalou 249 to 260 on EVTV. Good, nice trade. Good morning. Let people tip you via PayPal. Sure way to make sure you get what you deserve. Yeah, I agree. I would just as soon if somebody wants to say, "Hey, thanks, Jeff. Here's $15 or here's $25 or whatever," and they truly want me to get that, and not TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or whatever. They want me to get it. The best way to do that is to go to the website, wolfpackcommunity.com. That's the best way to do it. because there's in the menu board, the menu on the website, there's a tip jar. And you can leave tips in the tip jar through PayPal or debit card or whatever you use. EVTV 276. Eric 250 to 265 on EVTV. Good job. 272 on EVTV at the moment. So that's the best way to do it. If you're going to leave a tip, go to the website and the tip jar and do it that way. Because then I get the money. You're donating it or gifting it to me and not TikTok, not Facebook and Instagram. They got enough money. 277 EVTV. Looks like feed's getting pulled back. Feed has had a time here, but it looks like its time might be over. I'm wondering if everybody's going over to EVTV. The volume's really picking up there. Let's take a look at it together. So this week will be the last week on TikTok. Look at EVTV on that press release. Look at that. Zoom. Isn't that pretty? Salim, you have a great day. Rhino, scalp 257 to 273. Good job. Salim, you have a beautiful day, my friend. Stay warm. It's cold out there. Vicky, good morning. Carrie, good morning. One Great Sum, good morning. Kathleen, good morning. Good morning, everybody on TikTok. Great to have you. We're live on TikTok and we're live on YouTube right now. And of course, Zoom. We always do Zoom. Always in Zoom. Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. EVTV. Is it going to go up anymore? EVTV, 2.9 million public float. So it's got a really nice float. Really nice float. Oh, excuse me. I was wrong. 4.4 million. 2.9 million shorted. So it's got a 4.4 million public float and 2.9 is shorted. So it's got a really high short presence there, which means potential for a short squeeze. If it gets up high enough, we might see some shorts covering there. So we just hit 281 on it. This started off at 225 on the press release and just hit 281, I believe. We'll see if it can go up any higher. I hope so. I hope that thing can run up to at least 3. Boy, that would be nice. Yeah, I don't know where everybody's going from TikTok. They're moving over to Oracle, or I'm not sure where everybody's moving to. Jalou, it looks like it's just retail buying it right now. I don't see any signs of shorts covering just yet. I'm not seeing the watching level 2, and I'm not seeing the ask getting hit that hard. Unless they're shorts with, really small positions, but not seeing it yet. But Hunter, yeah, we had EVTVs moving up on a press release this morning. Feed, FEED, traded that one this morning. That was a nice run up on that stock. Right now, the only press release we have that's really moving is EVTV. And that came out at 7:35. So it was just before we went live here. That press release came out. Wolfpack got it. Waiting to see if it's going to bump any higher. It seems to be kind of stuck here around 274, 275. It can't quite seem to get enough boost to get up over that. And here it goes. Here it goes. There it goes. Boom. Finally. 282. Come on, baby. Take us to 3. Take us to 3. Now let's go back. Bob, which one are you shorting, Bob? Feed. Now remember, Feed has a way of recovering here this morning. Recovering really nice. So make sure you take that into consideration when you're making your decision. Oh, EVTV, you poor son of a gun. Just can't quite seem to get it. But got a nice play off of it from the beginning and up to that run up to 270s. That was pretty nice. But it might recover yet. But so far, there's not been any. We didn't get any press releases at 7 o'clock that amounted to anything. We didn't get any really at 7:30 other than EVTV, and that was at 7:35. And so far beyond that, we haven't gotten anything. I hope 8 o'clock is a little bit different. I hope we get something really good at 8. Dave, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. 274 to 277 on EVTV. Eric got a little bit out of it. It might recover. I'd love to see that thing go to $3. Oh, a little bit warmer here this morning in Central Florida. Not as cold as it's been in the last week. A little bit warmer this morning. It was 38 this morning, so that's not too bad. Iguanas are still falling out of the trees. It's supposed to get up to 70 today. From what I'm seeing on the forecast, we're supposed to hit 70 tomorrow and then back down to like 54, or 70 today and then back down to 54 for a high tomorrow. Weather is just crazy. This weather is bipolar for sure. It's all over. Waiting on EVTV. Let's see. We got a couple more press releases here. Dividend. Micro float list has been quiet. EVTV, is it going to do it? It's got a pretty low float, 4.4 million public float. That's not a bad float. That's definitely checking off one of the boxes for a good quality play on a stock. Man, I'd love to see it go to 3. Love to see that. Let's go back, see how Bob's doing on his short. Where you got a cover at on that? 290? I hope her drops down there for you. Come on, EVTV, give us 3. It's asking a lot. It's another 30 cents to go, but that's asking a lot. But it might. Thank you. Oh my gosh. And thank you for everybody for subscribing on Traveling Trade Adventures. I do appreciate that a lot. And thank you for everybody on TikTok that's been following along with us for so long. Very much appreciated. Thank you for hitting the follow button and all the gifts. This is going to be our last week for a while. I may sometime in the future come back to doing lives on TikTok. But for right now, Friday will be the last day that we do lives on TikTok. We're going to do our lives on YouTube and, of course, Zoom on our website. We'll always be there. But we're gonna switch over to YouTube for our live streaming. And we really appreciate anybody that would pop over to YouTube onto Traveling Trade Adventures. That's our new channel on YouTube. Pop over there and give us a subscribe over there, and it's free, doesn't cost anything. And catch the live streaming over there. EVTV, come on, baby. We want that thing up to 3. I just not real happy with TikTok at the moment. Not real thrilled with TikTok. A lot of people leaving TikTok. Mobix, MOBX, advances high precision drone platform. It's moving up a little bit. MOBX, 50 million public float. It's getting some decent volume, moving up a little bit. MOBX. Let's see how Bob's doing on feed. Starting to curl back up. Well, we need to get us a really good press release here at 8 o'clock. We need it. Skyrider, TikTok is, in my humble opinion, for lack of a better word, stealing money from people. People are generous enough and kind enough to leave gifts during a live stream, and they do it out of appreciation for if we give them a press release that it runs really great and they make some good money on it, and they want to show appreciation by leaving a little gift on during the live stream. TikTok is taking, for the most part, all of it. And the person you're wanting to show the appreciation to is not getting any of it. which to me is stealing. All right, let's see what we got here at 8 o'clock. MMA, Mixed Martial Arts Groups expands their digital finance strategy through a partnership with Donald Trump Jr. and World Liberty Financial. That's on MMA. EVGN announced an exclusive licensing agreement for a microbiome-based therapeutic for renal and lung cancer. All right. MTVA Microfloat announces positive AI modeling results. That's on MTVA. It's a microfloat. AREB, American Rebel, to unveil its limited edition anniversary Patriot Pack. That's also a microfloat. AEMD, also microfloat, is going to release their third quarter financials on February 12th. Vicky, good morning. All right. MOBX up 22%. MMA is all over the place. Strategy, CNBA, MMA, GN, class action lawsuit. Oh, you're pretty thin on those darn. EVGN filed a Form 6K. This is the one that EVGN, that's the one that I said announced an exclusive licensing agreement for a microbiome-based therapeutic for renal and lung cancer. It's bouncing around a little bit. It's got an 8 million public float. MMA still bouncing around. Would it be cheesy to say MMA is fighting to get up? Would that be a dad joke? A really bad dad joke? Cindy feed 310 to 330. Nice. MMA's fighting its way up. EVTV starting to push up. Again, still want to see $3 on that stock. But yeah, TikTok is just a little different than it used to be. I've had people that have told me they've left in appreciation for throwing a runner out to them during a live stream. Tell me that they've donated like $10 to $15 worth of gifts during the live stream, which is amazing and awesome and extremely appreciated. And then when I get done with the live stream, I look at my totals and I make anywhere from 8 cents to 40 cents. Now, when somebody is generous enough and kind enough to want to give me $10 or $15 and I get 40 cents of it, that's really bad. That's really, really bad. All you're doing is feeding TikTok. So, and I don't like that. I think it's not good. All right. Now, let's go back and look at BYAH. That was one of the first ones we traded this morning. That was probably the first, well, it was the first one I traded this morning. And I seen Mark mentioned it in Discord this morning. And it's starting to move up now. It's at 12 cents. We've gone from 11 to 12, 12 and a half. Little cheap penny stock, but nice little chunk of money on those if you can get the right price. I know you got that one. Yeah, Mark, I posted it on Zoom here in the message thread. As soon as I seen it this morning, I posted it that it was starting to move. I don't know if anybody in Zoom paid any attention to it and got any of it or not, but I saw you posted it in Discord. It's up to 13 cents now. Over 13. So it's moving pretty good. So, yeah, Bob, I'll let you know. It varies so much. EVTV, Eric, 262 to 281. Nicely done. I think you may have posted it before I did, Mark. 1372, or we just about the same time, within a minute of each other, I think. All right. Well, so this week will be the last week I go live on TikTok. I'll be on YouTube. You guys can pop over to YouTube and watch on YouTube. We'll do that. But if you really, honestly, if you really want to show appreciation and donate something and say thank you for throwing a runner out there to you at some point. the best way to do it, honestly, so that no big corporate entity is taking a piece of it and taking your money, the best way to do it is just to go to the website. Go to the website. In the menu, there's a tip jar on the website. You just leave a tip in there, and then nobody gets it but me. Then you don't have to worry about TikTok taking 3/4 of it. That's not fair to me. It's not fair to you. So that's the best way to do it. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. That's right. We were on top of it. PAVM Microfloat trying to push up here. Closed on a preferred stock senior secured note financing, eliminating all previously outstanding convertible securities. That's on PAVM. It's $11 stock and it's a microfloat. Has 619,000 public float. Okay, so BYAH popped up to about 13.9, 13.6, 13.8, somewhere in there, and then pulled back to 13 again. Let's go back here and look at, oh, we got another one. Deuces new. Fuse, F-U-S-E. Fuse Machines introduces the Interview AI agent in AI Studio, announces that it's now assisting 100% of Fuse Machines' initial technical interviews. A little techie for me, but 15 million public float, F-U-S-E. It's a $2.25 stock. So, like I said, this Friday will be the last time. We're still going to go live at 7:45, but we're going to do it on YouTube. And the YouTube channel is Traveling Trade Adventures. That's what you need to search for on YouTube. Traveling Trade Adventures. That's where you will find us. And a big thank you and shout out to everybody who watched that last video that I put out on YouTube on Traveling Trade Adventures about the Renegers flea market. I think last time I looked, it was up to a little over 14,000 views, which is mind-blowing to me. I never thought it would get 1,000, to be honest. I never really thought it would even hit 1,000. And it hit, I think it's at like 14. The last time I looked, it was 14,900. So I'm almost at 15. So thank you very much, guys, for watching that. That's really cool. I appreciate every one of you more than you know. BYAH 1360 pushing up again. Jet ski trips always work out good. They always work out good. I love going out on my Wave Runner. So much fun. If you're down in Bradenton, Sarasota, do a video on Detweiler's Supermarket. It's the Buc-ee's of supermarkets. I definitely have to do that, Bob. That sounds interesting. Detweiler's. I'll have to remember that. Anybody ever been to Detweiler's? Steven, you found me. Good deal. All right. I'm not seeing anything popping up here. Not seeing anything popping up on the press releases for 8 o'clock. Just nothing. MMA is in the dirt. Nothing. Mobex, MOBX is now up 33%. For those of you that went and looked at that one on that press release. Let's see, that came out at 740. So this one has gone from MOBX, that press release that I gave you, has gone from 17 cents to almost 25 cents on that press release. With some ups and downs in there, but it's almost ready to touch 25 cents. I hope it does. That would be cool. It's up about 36, 24.9. 25 cents. We just hit 25 cents. Beautiful. Boxel. Let's take a look at Boxel. Boxel, BOXL. That's another one that we've been watching this morning. Had a nice little run up this morning, pulled back really hard. It's curling back up again. Mobex, almost to 26 now. You do a video on how to navigate the Buc-ee's parking lot. Boy, that's a challenge, isn't it? Sometimes it's a challenge just finding an open gas pump, especially when you're in an RV and you have very limited turning space. You need just the right pump to turn into, and going to Buc-ee's can be a nightmare for an RV. Not always, but it can be an absolute nightmare. Now I've got another little video that I'm going to put out on Traveling Trade Adventures tomorrow. Not sure on the release time yet, but I should put it out tomorrow at some point. So hopefully you guys can subscribe and set an alert on your phone maybe and check it out. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. I feel very blessed. Life is good. It's cold, but it's good. Let's see. All right. Well, I'm just kind of patiently waiting here on the news scanner, waiting for something juicy to pop up here, and I'm just not seeing anything yet. Not seeing anything yet. Yeah, this is a 2 cup of coffee kind of morning here. Testing our patience. This is a 2 cup of coffee kind of morning. I made a video. I went down south over the weekend to get away from the cold. I didn't want the pipes in my RV to freeze because the actual temperature was supposed to drop down to like 27. So I was thinking, oh my God, those pipes, those little cheap RV plumbing pipes might burst, and that's going to be horribly expensive. And so I decided, let me head south, and all the campgrounds down there, for the most part, all the campgrounds were full. Everybody was down there. Can't book a campground in Southern Florida last minute. It just doesn't work. Not during the wintertime. So I went to a casino So I went down to a casino to get away from the under 30-degree weather. And it was, and I boondocked in the casino, in the parking lot. And it was pretty dang cool. They actually had 30 and 50 amp electric service for the RVs, which is insanely nice. I mean, don't see that very often at casinos. I mean, it was really cool. But what was, and there was no charge, no fee for camping or no, boondocking. You could stay up to 3 nights at the casino in the parking lot with electric hookup for 3 nights, no charge. This was in Immokalee, Florida. It's just east of Naples. Immokalee, Florida. It's a Hard Rock casino, Indian casino, which I thought was great. 3 nights for free down there. Worked out great. But the really cool part about it, the whole reason I wanted to make the video, is that there was a RV there that was just brilliant. It was a homemade RV. It was a homemade RV. It was one of those pickup truck campers. You know what I'm talking about? When you put the camper on top of the back of the pickup truck. Those were really popular back in the 70s. And they still make them, and they're a lot fancier now, but you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what the name of those are called. I don't know what they're called, but you take a camper and it mounts to the bed of your pickup truck. This guy had one of those, but he made it himself. And it was all like aluminum or brushed steel. It had the same look as like an Airstream as far as the exterior of it. It was that kind of metal. And this guy did it himself. It was totally homemade. You could tell that it was homemade. Come on now. We need some. Let's go back and look at EVGN. EVGN pushing up. EVGN. This is the one that signed that licensing agreement. But this guy made this camper for the back of his pickup truck, and it is no joke. This thing is, he had a slide out in it. Now, can you imagine how hard it would be from scratch to build a working slide out on a camper? The ingenuity involved in that, and the labor, the time-intensive labor to build a slide out. And it had a back porch. I kid you not. This is a camper that you set on the back of a pickup truck, and it had a back porch and a slide out. It was the ingenuity. My hat's off to the fella, man. The ingenuity and the skill set to build something like that. Insane. Just insane. I appreciated every second that I looked at it. I appreciated what went into that. Yeah, I got a video of it. I'm going to have it. It's going to be in my video that I'm putting on Traveling Trade Adventures tomorrow. I mean, I don't want to overhype the thing because I mean it's just a camper, but looked like a big silver bullet. I mean, the thing was my big question was I wonder what kind of suspension he has on that truck because this thing looked heavy and it looked like it was bowed. I mean, it was huge, huge, just huge. EVGN still trying to push up on that press release. So I don't know what kind of suspension he had on that truck, but it had been really good, really good. And the thing about the truck is it wasn't you could tell the suspension wasn't being strained. I mean, it was something. So I'm excited to show it to you. CMCO completes acquisition. All right. All right. Well, we're going to head over to Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube. Thank you very much, TikTok. Unfortunately, we really didn't have anything for you at 8 o'clock. That happens sometimes. We can't control the news, but maybe 8:30 we'll throw something really cool out there for us. So if you want to pop over to Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube, we'd love to have you over there for 8:30 and 9 o'clock press releases. So until tomorrow, TikTok, you guys have a beautiful day. Stay warm and stay blessed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. 2.5 minutes, and we'll get the 8:30 press releases. Let's hope something's in there. We haven't gotten a really decent press release all morning. At EVGN, tried to pop up. Of course, Boxel. Let's see where Boxel's at now. Boxel's still struggling. MOBX pulling back down off of that 25-cent high. EVTV pulling down. Feed pulling down. All right, Bob, you were wondering about the gifts. Bob left, what did you say, $10? Just to give you an idea, Bob, during the live stream on TikTok, Bob sent $10 worth of gift. And I saw a couple of other people who left a couple of gifts. Probably not big ones, but Bob left $10 and then some other gifts from others. And my total for that live stream was $2.66. Gives you an idea of how much TikTok is taking from people. That gives you an idea of just how much they're swiping off the top. That was $10 from one person, and then there was a couple of other people that left gifts too. So it was probably 11, 12 bucks, maybe. And I got $2. No, that's not cool. CLPS announces a share repurchase program doing 1 million shares. CLPS. Little 13 million public float on that one. FTEL appoints AI and robotics executive Jack Zheng as a head of technology. True Golf. TRUG. True Golf on PGA show momentum announces major Q1 2026 launch with D3 Sports Tech. Ezra. Man, 830's nothing on 830 either. Share repurchase program on CLPS. The rest of this is nonsense. NAVN. Yahoo selects Navan to modernize travel and expense program. That's got 116 million public float. It's a $10 stock. Nothing. Nothing moving. No press releases. Boy, this is feeling like a Friday for sure. Well, you can hear the sirens out there. Yeah, it's all fluff news. There's nothing good. Yeah, I think the biggest, to me, it's the biggest ripoff is to the giver. That's where the painful part is in the whole TikTok process. It's the person giving that really gets kind of the slap in the face, if you will. Here, I want to give Jeff $10, and TikTok says, okay, we'll take your $10, but Jeff only gets $2. That don't feel right. It don't feel right. It just doesn't feel right to me. And I don't always remember it being that way. I don't always remember it being such a huge chunk. Just a little over $2, Jalou. Yeah, it sounds like about an 80-20 split. Volume seems to have disappeared for some reason. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button on YouTube. Appreciate it very much. And watching my video, that Reniger's video. I wonder if we're up to 15,000 yet. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn off it. I'll look at how to do that today when we get done with the live stream this morning. How to turn off gift giving on TikTok. Not that I'm going to go live, just the rest of the week here. It's only a couple of days, but I hate for anybody to lose money on that. I hate for anybody to say, hey, I want to give Jeff 10, and then they find out they really only gave me 2. That's kind of an insult to them, in my opinion. So I just assume they not do it, Vuzi, V-U-Z-I. Vuzix receives broad FCC and CE certification for its LX1 smart glasses and commences immediate customer shipments. It's on V-U-Z-I, Vuzi. Is that the same company that makes those TVs at Walmart? V-U-Z-I, Vuzi, Vuzi. Anyway, it's up 8% on that press release. It's a different company? Okay. MOBX. Pushing up over 25 again. Be interesting to see what that one can get today. Busy. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right, Stephen. Thank you for clarifying that. You are absolutely correct. 26 now on MOBX. Anybody playing that by chance? We have 14,946 views on that video right now. We're almost at 15. I celebrated at 10,000. Now we're almost at 15. That's beautiful. $26.7 on Mobix Labs. Isn't that crazy? Considering it started at 17 cents on that press release. That's pretty darn good. We could hit 100% on that. It's up 47% so far. Looks like it wants 27 here. Well, I'm being patient. I don't know about you guys, but it's testing my patience, but I'm being patient. Today's just one of those days where you just have to catch the momentum on something and try to write it up a little bit and make a quick scalp and get out. I'm just not seeing any catalysts that will drive a stock really hard. POAS hitting Momo. If you don't have Momo, I would highly recommend it. It's on my highly recommend list. It's a heck of a helper. MomoScreener.com. M-O-M-O. MomoScreener.com. It's a free scanner. It's a website, basically, and it's just a free website, and they've got a really great momentum scanner on there. Anytime a stock moves 3%, it alerts you. So you can quickly go look, see if something's starting to go. It's a huge, huge help. And for free, can't beat it. Can't beat it for free. We like free. We like free. Free is good. Mobex, what are you going to do? You going to hit 2701? Let's see if it can get back up there again. Let's go back and look at POAS again. Boom. Holy smokes. Did that thing pop and then dropped? It thought it was the 80s and it was doing popping, dropping, popping and locking. This thing dropped insane. 529. 542 all the way back to 520 in a split second. That was nuts. Come on, Mobex. Mobex getting some good volume. MOBX. Mobix Labs. Yeah, I think it's a great website. For free, you can't beat it. Nothing. Does anybody else feel like this is just really slow and lack of any substance as far as press releases and good solid price movement up? It's just a lot of stocks starting to go up on some momentum and then dropping. And then another one will start to go up and drop, and then another one. There just not seems to be any. It just feels like it's one of those mornings where you just kind of want to sit on your hands for a little while and ride it out and wait for a good catalyst. Everything, to me right now, everything feels like a risk. Everything feels like a gamble. I don't like that feeling. I don't like looking at stocks, trying to find something and feeling like I'm taking a real risk jumping in where I'm jumping in at. It's an uneasy feeling, like I'm guessing this one might go. It might. And I don't like that feeling. So I'm just being very cautious. Very, very cautious. We start in the morning. We go live on Zoom through our website at 6:45. I turn the scanner. I have a pre-market scanner that shows what's moving in early pre-market starting at 4 a.m. And I put that on Zoom for everybody that's at the website. They can get into Zoom and see the pre-market scanner starting at 4 a.m. if you're so inclined to trade at 4 o'clock in the morning before the birds are even up. So that goes on at 4 o'clock. And then at 6:45, I go live on Zoom. And then I don't go live on Traveling Trade Adventures here on YouTube until 7:45. So we're on an hour earlier on Zoom. We're on Zoom from 6:45 until about 9:30, usually. GRI reiterates full year 2025 financial results, strengthening balance sheet, and summarizes key recent highlights. It's on GRI. It's a 1.3 million public float, really small float. GRI going up on financials with a very small float. So let's go take a look at GRI. So GRI spiked real quick on that press release. Went from 256 to 349 very quickly. Pulled back, sitting at 290 now. It's pulled back after that first 1 minute candle. Remember, we talked about that yesterday. The volume spikes and the computers buy in on the good news. It spikes on that first 1 minute candle, then it pulls back. That's where you're watching for your position for the climb up from there. That's why I like to watch on the 1 minute time frame when I'm day trading. I know it's going to spike. As soon as the news comes out, the bots buy in and spike it real quick on the 1 minute candle, and then it drops on the next one. And if the news is good, in this case, financials, if the financials truly are good and retail really likes what they're seeing, after that drop, it will start climbing back up again. So it's just a matter of waiting on the dip. Let it spike on the first candle. Wait for the dip. Wait for it to start its climb back up before you take a bite of it. And if the news is, if retail doesn't perceive the news as that good and not real interested in it, it's going to spike, pull back, and then pull back and pull back and pull back. And it's never going to go anywhere. And so you haven't bought in and you haven't wasted and lost any money. And you haven't wasted a day trade on it if you have limited day trades. All right. Sun, GRI, Mobex getting pulled down a little bit. Oh, and I found out the scoop. We talked about it last week before I went to the casino. We talked about whether or not you could film video inside the casino. You guys remember talking about that? Well, I got the scoop from the casino security people. GRI scalp 291 to 311. Nice. And the scoop is, oh, hang on a minute. ONCY receives FDA fast track designation. ONCY. 104 million public float. But anyway. ONCY. FDA fast track designation. Yeah, hang on, John. I'll cover that with you here in just a couple of minutes. Let's take a look at ONCY, see if the market is liking that fast track designation. The market is not liking that news. It spiked on the news and then pulled back, and it pulled back quite a ways. Actually, further than where it was at prior to the news. The only bad thing about getting 15,000 views on that video is that if the next video only gets 1,000 views, then I go, oh, then I feel bad that I didn't have a repeat. ONCY is trying to bounce back up. It is trying. GRI is getting pulled down. Retail's not buying it. And we're just not getting anything. I haven't seen anything yet that I'm too excited about. This is normally what happens on Fridays. News is really slow and lackluster. Not usually on Wednesdays. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays are usually pretty darn good. We usually have some real good bangers here, but today's just been really slow. Just no news. ELPW's hitting Momo pretty good. It's up 49%. It's up to $1.35. It's got a small float on it too. 1.1 million. Just a heads up, 100,000 views on TikTok gets me about $20. Damn. Seems like it ought to be more than that, don't it? That's an accomplishment. I mean, 100,000 views on something, you make $20. It seems like it ought to be more, but so the word from security is what they told me was I can film in the casino as long as I'm filming directly in front of me at the machine or filming myself at the machine. That was acceptable. But I'm not allowed to walk around with the camera, and I'm not allowed to film other people gambling. Only myself and the slot machine. That's it. As long as that's all I did, everything was cool. Now, I'm sure that varies from casino to casino to casino. I'm sure they all have their own rules about that. But that was their rule. So I said, cool. Let's look at ELPW. Well, ELPW got a nice Elong Power. They got a nice spike up from about 123 up to about 135 and then fell apart. Just like everything else. And I didn't. Thank you, Jen. I didn't get any film of myself gambling. Let's go back and look at Mobex. Mobex. Nice spike up there, 29. Wow. Anybody banking on that? Too busy winning. Well, Friday, I was playing video poker. I love double bonus poker. That's my jam. That's my game. Friday, I got four aces with a 4. And that paid $800 times 3 because I was playing 3 hands at once. So I got $800 times 3. Which was a really nice payout on Friday. That was the first day there, very first day there. I got that. Saturday was not good to me. Sunday was not good to me. in there, that was bad. But Monday, before I left, I said, let's go into the casino, and just as a farewell, let me throw $100 into a machine and poker machine, and I won 11. I hit 4 aces again Monday morning. Right after the live stream Monday, I went back into the casino and won $1,100 and said, time to go. My lucky compression socks came in handy. You're right, Joan. Oh gosh. My lucky compression socks. Oh my gosh. Boy, it's nice when they pay that money out in $100 bills. That feels so good going into your hand, don't it? That's something. I went into the high stakes room and played poker for a little while in the video poker in the high stakes room. And I'm not kidding you, folks. I'm not lying. Hand to God. There was a guy sitting right next to me that had a stack of $100 bills. And I'm talking a stack. I'll bet he had at least $5,000 there, at least 5,000 in $100 bills. And he was playing $50 a hand, video poker, $50 a hand. Made me nervous every time he hit the button. Bob Onsi, 97 to 105, half out. Good trade. You roll around on it. Yeah, no kidding. IVF issues a letter to shareholders. IVF. It's moving up a little bit, little float. HIMSS, HIMS, HIMSS launches multi-cancer early detection testing. HIMS. And of course, IVF on a letter to shareholders. It's got a 1.6 million public float. But it's getting some movement. It's not taking off or anything. It's just getting some action a little bit on that letter to shareholders. Same way with HIMSS. Not really doing much here. DuPont, Dairy. Public. Those two are the only ones from 9 o'clock that are anything. The rest of them are class action lawsuits, just general market news, upcoming webcasts, fireside chats, conferences, symposiums. Nothing with any meat on it. Nothing with any meat at all. Just watching Mobex to see if this is going to hit 30. GRI starting to bounce back up a little bit. Trying to. Oh, that thing has gotten beat down bad. Yeah, I got to tell you, it was hard for me to sit next to him. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating at all. It was hard for me to see somebody hit a $50 bet, get a hand, hold a couple cards, hit it again, and get nothing. $50 gone, and do it again. $50 gone, hit it again. $50 gone, and it's adding up in my head as he's playing, and he's dropping hundreds into this machine, and I'm going, good Lord. It hurt just watching him. And I don't know how much he lost. He probably, and I didn't see him win really any hands at all. So I'll bet he dropped. I'll bet he dropped at least 2,000 in that machine while he was sitting next to me before he got up and went to another machine. And I'm like, God, I just, and he barely put a dent in his stack. CPIX, hot off the presses, receives FDA fast track designation. CPIX, 8 million public float. Volume slowly starting to come in. CPIX. Let's pull it up on our screen here. Let's see what it's going to do. There was a time when fast track designation would make a stock go really, really well. Not so much anymore, but it used to be. That kind of news used to really get them going. Yeah, I guess, you bet $50 if you would happen to hit, you're going to win insane amounts, like tens of thousands of dollars, literally. So, I mean, that's how you win that big, huge money is by playing big. But I don't have the guts to do it. I played a $45 hand once by mistake. I had the denomination on the machine set at the wrong amount and didn't know it. And I hit the button and my total went down $45 in one spin and I about choked. I was like, oh no, good Lord, no. What happened? That was pretty ugly. That'll make your stomach sink down to your feet when you realize you just made a $45 bet on a machine. All right, let's go back and look at Mobex again for everybody that's been following along there. Can we get 30 cents out of that thing? They reported $12 million loss for 2025. 10 minutes ago. That would be about right in here. So it started to climb. And then they put out that press release about their 2025 losses, and look what happened to it. Kind of screwy. NRGV announces the award of a 100 megawatt long-term energy service agreement. Let's look at Feed. Been following Feed all morning. Look at Feed back up to 329. Really wanted that over 350 when it was up there. I think it got as high as 345 and we wanted 350, but it got pulled down pretty hard, back down to 3. I got the hiccups. CPIX 4 to 426 for Bob. Good trade. Mutter says that Mobex will go to 50 to 75 cents when the market opens. I hope you're right. I know there's some Wolfpack members hoping you're right. $0.50 would be pretty amazing. It's done well so far on that press release. Feed 333. We want 350. We're not going to be happy till that thing hits 350. Mobex at 27. Feed at 332. Now we've got a stock coming off of a reverse split today. So it'll begin trading on a new reverse split amount. And that is RVSN. RVSN. We'll begin trading today. It's currently sitting at about $6. That's post-split number. It's up to 636 now. Not much volume there, but it's going to have a new very low float. Yeah, they're making big bucks. 338 we just hit on feed, looking for 350. Vicky, you have a great day. Come on, push it up. Push it up. Well, boy, we've had today's, as far as news is concerned, today's been kind of a bust, in my humble opinion. Now, we have had a couple of stocks that have gone up pretty good. They've done well. There's no doubt about that. We've had a couple that have done real good. But it certainly doesn't feel like it. It doesn't have that feel of, it just doesn't have that normal feel like we usually have in pre-market. But we've had some good ones. There's been some decent, we've had a lot of folks taking profit on several stocks. I just wish we'd have had a little bit better news on a couple of these. Feed just hit 340. Well, I think 350 is not far off. Brad, 90% should go to you. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. That's why I say if anybody wants to donate and give a gift, you do it through the website. That's the hands down the best way to do that. Nobody gets a piece of that at all. So that is by far the best way to do it. MRNA, the daily 2 lessons, Moderna launches mRNX. Skills acquires BM's to accelerate platform innovation. INDI announces a strategic partnership to supply its industry-leading Emotion 3D in-cabin safety monitoring software for Mahindra's premium electric Origin SUVs. That seems a bit fluffy. We're live until 9:30 when the market opens. My scanners are set up for news, and they're set up for everything. NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, excuse me. AMEX. They're set up for everything. I used to have them set up for OTC, but they don't trade in pre-market, so it was kind of useless. But the scanner is set up to pick up any press release that happens in the market between 5 cents and $60. So anything, the news between those two price ranges, my scanners pick it up. MOBX, another repeat of press release. MOBX launches field deployment phase for the drone-based infrastructure inspection platform. It's at 28 cents right now. It's up about 54%. Let's hope that thing runs, man. I'd like to see that over 100% today. Let's take a look at MOBX and see. It's trying so hard to get up to 30 cents. Mutter thinks it's going to run to 50 today. Boy, that would be something. That would be something. Boy, we had some challenges in the RV on Monday. Oh, that was a nightmare. I haven't had problems like that in my mobile trading station I don't think I've ever had a morning like that. That bad. Everything was going bad. Starlink kept kicking out. Zoom kept kicking out. And of course, when Starlink kicked out, all of my scanners went out and they all had to be restarted again. Log back in, restart this one, log back in, start this one. I mean, it was just a nightmare. And it all happened right at 7 o'clock. The worst time it could possibly happen. MOBX 28.9, 29. Here we go to 30 cents. Are we going to hit 30 cents before the market opens? Holy cow. Can we do it? Not bad, folks, from 17 cents. Not bad. It's up 58%. CIGL. CIGL enters into a merger agreement with Juve. That's an old press release. So they're throwing out some old ones at me here. They said, we don't have anything new, so let's throw out an old one. MOBX. Boy, it'd be nice to see 100% on that. For sure. Feed's hanging in there too. Feed is trying for that 350. Well, I think this morning we're not going to get a good one. We'll see if something pops at 9:30. Sometimes they put out press releases right at 9:30, which is kind of brilliant, actually. Pinky's in at 18 cents. Pinky's been riding that up since 18 cents. That's awesome. You've got to be happy on that one. Bob, 26 to 29. 29.3, 29.4, 29.5. This thing wants 30 cents before the market opens. 29.7. We're up 62%. 29.7. Come on. 29.8. 29.9. 29.99. You don't get much closer to 30 than that. 29. 30. We just hit 30. Up 63%. What a nice run. Pinky, you gonna hoot and holler if that thing ran to $1? That'll make you holler. 30.5 cents from 17 cents. What a nice push up right before the market opens. Like I said, today wasn't a complete bust. I mean, as far as press releases go, we did get a couple that have moved up nice. Mobex is up 69% now here. So, we've gotten a couple that have done really well. Just not seeing those big press releases. You know the ones I'm talking about. Those big ones with a lot of meat on the bone that just go crazy. But there's tomorrow. There's after hours today. We might get one of those in after hours today. You never know. The week is still only halfway over. 31.5. We're up 72% on that press release. And we got the press release the second it hit the market. Not 20 minutes late, not a half an hour after it came out, not even 5 minutes after it came out. We got it the second it hit the market. That's valuable. That's really valuable to be able to catch them that quick. Makes all the world of difference sometimes. Now let's go back over and look at feed. Now we wanted 350 on feed. Look where it's at, 342. We just hit 344. We might get 350 on feed before the market opens. I hope that thing pops up there. That's not a bad run there either. $2.68 to 350. That's not a bad run. ATPC. $344. I'm watching feed to see if it pops. We keep hitting 344 and getting pushed down. Gets rejected at 344. Watching on the 1 minute time frame, and it's been rejected 3 times at 344. One little pop, and it's gonna smack 350. Just one little pop, one little big block order to hit that ask should push it up over. Let's take a look at Mobex now. Still hanging out at 30 cents. Air E all, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Not everybody appreciates what we do, but I think you have to be with us for a little while. You know, sometimes people will stop in for 1 session, 2 sessions, 3 sessions, and go, really didn't get nothing out of that. And it could be, you know, they stopped in to watch on a day where we just didn't have any press releases. But usually if people stick around long enough and give it some time and give the market some time, it's generally those people that appreciate the beauty of what we do. Mobex. Mutter says, get ready for the launch on Mobex. I hope it does. I hope it does. I know Pinky's hoping. She got her fingers crossed, toes crossed, eyes crossed, waiting and hoping that thing just rips to nobody's business. And I hope it does too. I'd love to see that hit 100%. It's up 72% right now. This could be really beautiful. But keep a very close leash, a tight leash on that sell button, because it could go the other way. So keep a close eye on it. Keep a close eye on it. Just saying. We all hope that it'll go up, but you guys know how these things can react. All right, so that pre-market session is done, so I can close that out. $33. We're still watching. Pinky's loving this. 33.5. Lock in that retirement money. That first 1 minute candle, we had 14 million shares traded on that first candle. 14 million. $26 to $31, half out. Good job. Now let's take a look at our other potential. Feed. There's our 350 we were looking for. Boom. Eric got it. 330 to 352. Oh, Mark, look at that baby go. Come on. 360. 363, 65, 66, 67, 68. She's a going. Oh, that was nice. That was fun. All right. You guys have a great morning. I've got some videos to work on. I've got breakfast to make, and I'm hungry, and I don't want to get hangry. So you guys have a beautiful day. I'll be back on Zoom at 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. Eastern time for after hours trading, and maybe we can get a press release in after hours that is much better than the ones we've gotten this morning. So have a great day, and I'll see you guys this afternoon. Traveling Trade Adventures, thank you for hitting the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 7:45. All right? Everybody have a great day. Stay warm, stay warm, stay warm.